Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Anis Andia Idrus. So today I am going to make a video for general maintenance activities for Softscape and Hardscape. The activities that I'm going to do for Softscape is weeding, repotting, aeration soil, and lastly watering. Meanwhile for Hardscape is recoating, repainting, and cleaning. For element of Softscape, the location is at my backyard garden. So here is the current condition before I start doing the maintenance. As you can see, they need to do reporting for Pandanus amarylifolius. Weeding in pots and in planter box. Watering. And lastly, aeration. So for first maintenance, which is weeding, a process that removes unwanted plant from an area of ground or in the plant cultivated in it. The equipment that we need is glove and plastic bag. It can also use another tool such as lawnmower and others, but since my area are not big, using hand is enough. After we are done wearing gloves, we start to put the weed by using our hand. The reason why we need to wear a glove is it can avoid being bitten by a poison animal. Next, make sure we pull the weed until the roots so that the unwanted plant not vigorously grows. After we are done pull the weed, put them in plastic bag. And also weeding in planter box. Do weeding your garden once a week. The time I have done doing my weeding maintenance is in the morning because in morning the soil is still be softer later than in the afternoon. Also, the best time ideally after a rainstorm or after watering where the ground will be wet. After we are done with weeding for all pots and in planter box, don't forget to put them in plastic bag. And we are done with weeding. Next activities is repotting the Pandanus amarylifolius. Repotting is changing plants from old pot into new one. The tools that we need is garden trowel, and the function of it is to dig soils. Glove to protect our hands from getting grease, and also newspaper to put the soil and avoid from getting messy. After we are done put the newspaper, next step is we need to wear glove. By using garden trowel, start to dig the soil. Be careful not to accidentally cut or scratch the root. And carefully remove the plant. The time I have done doing my repotting maintenance is in the morning. By using scissors, prune the roots to help flourish in the new pot. Do not prune until the main root. Put the soil in the pot. After we are done with repotting, relocating the plant with suitable area. And start to cleaning all the dirt using broom. And this is the result after we done with repotting. For third activity is aeration. The tools that we need is glove as our PPE and to protect ourselves. and hand aerators that are suitable for small garden because it is handheld and to disturb top surface of soil. First step is we need to build a glove and start to remove unwanted things. By using hand aerators, start to dig the soil. The advantages of aeration is improved air exchange between the soil, and enhanced soil water uptake and reduced soil compaction. And also aeration in pots. And here is the result. For last maintenance for element of Softscape, which is watering. The tool that we need is only hosepipe since we are doing it manually, and start to water them in adequate amounts. The time that I have done doing water maintenance is in early morning. After we done with watering, start to place the hose pipe in proper location. For all tools that I have used, we need to wash them so that all of them always in good condition and can use in long term. And let them dry before we put them in storeroom. After the tools already dry, we must put them back in storeroom. For first maintenance activity of Hardscape, which is recoating the chair using shellac. Current condition of the chair is the color is getting dull and make it look unattractive. The location of the Hardscape is at my balcony, and the chair is used as sitting area. Shellac function as a versatile wood treatment and coating, act as binding agent in paint and rust treatment. Rubber mat as a cover to avoid the paint drop. Paintbrush, the function is to apply shellac. Sandpaper to remove a layer of material from surface and also make them smoother. And lastly, glove to keep my hands and fingernails clean and dry. For step of recoating, firstly spread out the rubber mat to avoid the floor from getting dirty. Next step is by using scissors, cut the sandpaper into small pieces. But before we open the shellac, make sure to check them well so that the paint will melt well mixed. Next, after that, we start using shellac by open the lid using scraper. The time I have done the maintenance is in the afternoon because it can make the chair dry faster. Next, make sure to wear gloves so that it can prevent our hands from getting dirty. Take the paintbrush and start to dip the shellac. And we can start dip coating for first layer. Do coating for 3 or 4 layers to give the work a fully protective coat. And we are done for first layer. And let them dry for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. Done for third layer, it has the same process as for first layer. After the chair has been dry from coating, start to lift and put them in exact location. Done for recoating, and here is the result. For second general maintenance is repainting the stem flower pot. As you can see, the problem of current condition is full with moss, oil painting and make them less aesthetic value. The tools that we need is first paintbrush, a plastic scraper to remove old paint, rubber mat to avoid the paint touch the floor and prevent getting messy, and lastly a white paint. First step is spread out the mat and lift up the big pot, and also lift up the stem flower pot. By using scraper, it can remove the flaking pieces. This will prevent the newer coats of paint from flaking. The location of the stem flower pot is at my front yard. Before we start to paint, mix the paint using stick so that it well coated. Done for first layer. As for second stem pot, it is the same process with the first one. After we are done with both of the stem flower pot, clean all the dirt first before we put them back. And start to clean all the equipment first. Close the paint lid. By using broom, start to clean up the dust and fold the rubber mat and keep them in storeroom. And this is the result after the painting. It looked much better than before. For last activity, maintenance, which is cleaning the bench by using high pressure water jet. The problem is here, at the bottom of the blade got a lot of moss that make it unpleasant view. First take out the equipment from the box and start to install them. After we are done installing all the tools needed, start to do the maintenance. While using the high water pressure jet, do be aware of surroundings and make sure there are no people when we operate. Do not put your hand in front of the water pressure while using them. After we are done with cleaning, keep all the equipment back in the box. And put the high pressure water jet in storeroom. And here is the result. There are no more moss and look more clean.